Ever feel like you're carrying around a ton of weight
Oh, yeah.
on your shoulders, like you're juggling way too much and just barely holding it together?
All the time.
Well, today we're diving into a passage from the Bible
Okay.
that I think might speak to that feeling. 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
Mm.
It's a letter from the Apostle Paul
Right.
to the early Christians in Corinth.
Uh-huh.
And it's packed with wisdom on resilience
I like it.
and how to tap into a source of strength that goes way beyond ourselves.
A source beyond ourselves.
Beyond ourselves, yeah.
I'm intrigued. Let's dive in.
It's a fascinating letter because Paul doesn't sugarcoat things.
No, he does not.
He lays out his own struggles.
Oh, yeah.
Persecution, confusion, even feeling beaten down at times.
Like we're saying, just juggling so much.
Right, exactly.
And just feeling the weight of it all.
But what shines through is this unshakable faith
Yes.
and this message of hope that's rooted in something much bigger than his circumstances.
That's what we need. Bigger than our circumstances.
Kind of figure.
Yeah.
He's really upfront about the challenges of his ministry,
Uh-huh.
calling it a ministry of reconciliation.
Oh, okay.
It seems like this work is driven by a deep sense of purpose,
Yes.
fueled by God's mercy.
Mercy.
But then he talks about the gospel being veiled.
Veiled.
Veiled, yeah.
Okay.
And that makes me wonder,
Yeah.
have you ever felt like you were trying to explain something important to someone, but they just couldn't grasp it?
Oh, all the time. Absolutely.
Like there was a wall between you?
A wall. Yeah, like they're just not getting it.
Exactly.
No matter how clearly you try to explain it.
You're speaking their language, using the right words.
Right, you're doing your best.
But it's just not connecting.
Not connecting. Yeah, it's frustrating.
It is.
So what's Paul saying about this veiled gospel?
Well, it seems like he's acknowledging that there are forces that can block people from understanding or accepting the truth.
Forces, like what kind of forces?
Well, he doesn't get too specific, but, maybe external pressures, internal biases, or even fear.
Fear, yeah, that's a big one.
Fear can definitely cloud judgment.
Right, it can really distort how we see things.
He's not saying that the message itself is unclear, but that sometimes the ability to see it clearly is clouded.
Okay, so it's not a problem with the message itself?
Right, more like a problem with the reception.
Receiver, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
And then he goes on to describe his own hardships in such vivid terms. Trouble on every side.
Oh.
Feeling perplexed and hunted down.
Hunted down?
Yeah, hunted down.
That's intense.
Literally knocked to the ground.
Wow.
It's intense.
It is.
But what gets me is that right after each hardship,
Yeah.
he comes back with, but I'm not crushed, not in despair, not abandoned, not destroyed.
Powerful words.
That's resilience on a whole other level.
It really is. It's like he's facing all this opposition,
Yeah.
but he's refusing to be defined by it.
He's not letting it break up.
Exactly.
What's striking is that he's not denying the difficulty of his situation.
Right.
He's acknowledging the struggle, while simultaneously drawing strength from a source beyond himself.
So where's this strength coming from?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And then there's that image of carrying around in our body the death of Jesus.
Okay, that one's a bit of a head scratcher.
I know, right? It's powerful, but I'm not sure I get it.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, it makes me think about how we all carry burdens.
Okay.
Emotional burdens, physical burdens.
Right, we all have our crosses to bear.
Exactly.
So how does this connect to the death of Jesus?
Maybe it's about identifying with Christ's suffering.
Interesting.
And in doing so, somehow tapping into his resurrection power.
So it's not just about enduring suffering.
Right.
It's about finding strength and new life through it.
Like a transformation, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly.
A beautiful analogy.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
It's through those trials, those moments of feeling broken, that we actually tap into a deeper well of strength.
So our weaknesses can actually become our strengths.
In a way, yes.
That's a powerful thought.
And then he throws out this paradox. Death is at work in us, but life is at work in you.
Okay. Now that's deep.
Right. What could that possibly mean?
I think it speaks to the transformative power of hardship.
Okay. Transformative power.
Yeah, like a seed dying to give birth to a plant.
Ah, I see.
We might experience setbacks, even what feels like death.
Yeah, like hitting rock bottom.
But within those experiences lies the potential for new life, for growth.
So it's not the end, it's a new beginning.
Exactly.
And that growth, that renewal, can have a ripple effect.
A ripple effect.
Impacting not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us.
So our struggles can actually benefit others.
It's like our pain can give birth to something beautiful.
Wow, that's a profound thought.
So even in the midst of these incredibly difficult experiences,
Yeah.
Paul is pointing to a source of hope and renewal.
Hope and renewal, that's what we need.
And then he uses this amazing metaphor,
Okay, hit me with it.
the treasure in clay jars,
Treasure in clay jar.
to describe the contrast between our fragile human bodies
Okay.
and the incredible value of what we carry inside.
So we're the clay jar.
The vessels.
And what's the treasure?
The treasure is the extraordinary power that comes from God.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah, it's like we're not defined by our outward appearance
Exactly.
or even our perceived weaknesses.
It's what's inside that counts.
the inner treasure.
And it's precisely through our perceived weaknesses, our cracks and imperfections, that this power shines through most brightly.
That's kind of like kintsugi, you know.
Kitsuki.
Yeah. The Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold.
Oh, yeah.
Where they make the cracks part of the beauty.
It's a beautiful analogy.
It is.
And it's a reminder that our struggles don't diminish our worth.
Right.
They can actually become part of our story,
Make us stronger.
adding depth and resilience.
So it's not about avoiding hardship. It's about embracing it and letting it refine us.
Powerful.
Powerful stuff.
And he goes on to encourage us,
Okay.
reminding us that even as our bodies wear away,
Uh-huh.
our inner selves are being renewed day by day.
Renewed day by day. I like that.
It's a process, right?
It is a continuous renewal.
And this leads to that incredible passage about momentary light suffering,
Okay.
producing an eternal weight of glory far beyond all comparison.
Whoa.
He's shifting our perspective,
Yeah.
reminding us that our current struggles, as challenging as they may be, are temporary.
Temporary.
They pale in comparison to the eternal glory that awaits.
Eternal glory.
So keep your eyes on the prize.
That's a powerful reminder to keep things in perspective.
It really is.
When we focus on the eternal,
Yeah.
our present troubles seem smaller.
So we've covered the power of truth,
Uh-huh.
the resilience of faith in the face of suffering,
Yeah.
and this incredible hope of eternal glory.
A lot to unpack.
It's a lot to take in, but it all seems to circle back to that idea of carrying a treasure within.
The treasure in the clay jars.
A treasure that can shine even brighter through our brokenness.
That's a beautiful thought.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Which leaves us with a final thought.
Okay.
How can we apply this perspective in our own lives, especially when we're feeling weighed down?
That's the question, isn't it?
What treasures do we carry within?
Yeah.
And how might our current struggles be shaping us for something far greater than we can imagine?
Food for thought.
Lots to ponder.
Definitely.
Until next time.
See you then.